Upper body strength is probably one of the more neglected areas that I see for dancers. And so it's not easy. It's something that we will sometimes avoid when we should be really buckling down on it. By working our upper bodies, we have a lot better control of our movements when we're out center, and it gives us the strength and the endurance to withstand everything that dance entails, no matter what class you're doing. One of the great exercises that I love, we call ballet sit ups. So, you're going to do this in a sit up position. I ask that our feet are hip distance apart. When you're doing this, you've got to be really careful not to be opening up as we do this movement. You want to make sure that those knees stay solid. You'll know if you're opening up if you start feeling your hips more than your abs. There are a few different arm options for this. When we sit up, your arms can open out to second, or they can open up to fifth. So, we lay down in second, we pull up and open, down and up. Our other option then would be to take that up through the fifth position. Now, you can do this with a completely straight back. You can also do this where you roll it down and pull it back up. They engage different parts of your back and your abs. Make sure you are breathing. Your first goal with these is to start with trying to get 8 of them. Once you've achieved that, we can make little alterations, in which case we can open to the sides as we come up and alter which side we're on. We have different options. To go with our ballet sit-ups, I also ask that our dancers do what we call backups, which are basically sit-ups in reverse. We ask that your feet are either parallel or you can use a turnout. It does depend how you want to work this. And you need to lengthen up and out of your neck. Now, some people don't quite have the back strength and flexibility yet, in which case they're probably going to get a little bit off the ground. And that's going to be kind of what I demonstrate right now. When I ask my dancers to do this, to build our flexibility and our strength, I'll often ask that they do sets of 8, and then we'll do a set of 4, and then we'll do a set of 2, and then a set of 1, and then we'll rebuild that back up, and by the time we're done, most dancers will feel their backs completely relax. So before we do this, I will ask that they stretch it up, feel where their back is at. If it's tight, that's not too surprising. And then we go. You can also do this with your arms opened out to second, being careful not to fan your arms back like a bird. You want them only to go out. When you're doing your ballet setups or your backups, you can also add TheraBands into each of those for your arms if you want to make them harder. If you're having a hard time breathing with them, relax. We want to make sure that you're lengthening everything, and the first 8 can be really tricky for some people. Even just getting through the first 1 can be a challenge. So take your time with them. Whenever you're doing these kind of conditioning techniques, be it strength training or even like the earlier stuff when we were stretching, you want to make sure that you are balanced again, and you don't want to just do one thing. I've seen dancers be like, oh, I love ballet sit-ups, and do them like 6 or 7 days a week without doing their backups, and then they wonder why they're sore. And I've actually seen dancers miss class because of that. We go on later on in the year about proper training techniques and rest days and all of that, so be sure to check back then. But we just want to kind of clarify that now. This should not be the only thing you do. And if you're working your abs, you want to make sure that you're getting your back. You want to make sure that you are able to work more of your sides and all of that, so you stay nice and balanced. We don't want to be off kilter. Be sure to check back tomorrow as we start talking about our strength training for our lower bodies. I will see you then.